G'day everyone, the no recoil Owen Gun. Let's get into it. For this video, I'll be using the Taylordrift Sicario version 1.03 script. If you want to download that script, you can get it from the Taylordrift Discord, and there'll be a link to that Discord in the description of this video. If you're brand new to this script, I'll put some instructions on the screen for you now. Take a screenshot of those so you know how to enter the menu, navigate the menu, and change some values. I also just want to point out you don't have to be using the Sicario script. You can use any recent Taylordrift script that includes Pro Aim, Cypher, Tryhard, any of those ones. Use the Rumble or the progressive anti-recoil that's in those, and you can get the same results. You don't have to be using the Sicario. I'm just using this one because it's my favorite so far, followed very, very closely by the Tryhard script. I'm not saying this one's better than the other one. It's just, I just prefer using this one for now. Firstly, let's have a look at the attachment. So this is what I've gone with. It's a bit of a slow build for an SMG. You don't really have much mobility with it. I'm not a Warzone expert by any means, but I feel like maybe this setup here would be okay for sniper support because it does have a decent range on it, but it's also very good for the close range fights as well. But either way, that's those attachments there. Pause the video and take a screenshot if you want to copy them. Obviously, feel free to change a couple of things around because the way you're going to work out the anti-recoil is the exact same anyway. And speaking of anti-recoil, let's jump into that. All right, so I'll go through a couple of things now. I'll do it for 120 and 80 FOV. So we'll do 120 first. The first option is just using the Rumble anti-recoil that's here. Now, I've been able to use a value of 1. That's been absolutely fine for me. Now, I just want to show you what happens when you use a value, or if you're going to use Rumble, 1's not going to be perfect for everybody. You know, yours might be a bit higher than that. But look, I'm going to show you how it shoots. If you want to use Rumble, you can. But if you want to, you can also use progressive, and I'll show you that in a second. But this is how mine shoots, just using Rumble or Legacy. So I'll just give you a bit of sound. You know, that's exactly how mine shoots, all right? Which doesn't seem that great, but as you'll see by the clips at the end of the video, it's not a problem at all. Once there's aim assist involved, it's a completely different story. It doesn't shoot anything like that. But the thing is with the Owen Gun is that the recoil goes up for about, you know, the first, I'd say, you know, maybe 50 bullets or so, and then it just stops. So kind of like the Cold War MP5, how when you start shooting, the recoil kicks up, and then it gets to a point where the recoil just cuts out and it stops completely. The Owen Gun is kind of similar. So if you're worried about having the, having the weapon shoot like that, where it, sort of stays still and then goes down or it moves over a little bit, then progressive is going to be the one for you. But I promise you, using Legacy or Rumble isn't going to be an issue. Either way, you can also do this on console. So I'll quickly just show you that. So let me just go to graphics, quality, and bump this down to 80 FOV. Oh, there we go. So it also works just the same if you're on 80 FOV as well. Obviously, you might have to change the values a bit, but just to give you an idea. Goes up and then, yeah, it comes back down. So that's where the recoil completely cuts out. Obviously, if you're on 80 FOV, you're going to need a higher value, maybe somewhere up around there. Still going up a little bit. You can maybe bump it up some more. Again, these numbers aren't going to be perfect for every single person that plays on 80 FOV. That's just not how anti-recoil works. But you're getting the idea of how you need to work this out. So there we go. That stays still, and then it will go down. Yeah. You know, but the thing is, if you're worried about that part there where it starts going down towards the end of the clip, then honestly, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. You're going to be better off using progressive for starters. So let's have a look at that. All right, now for progressive, I'm going to leave it on 80 FOV for now. Progressive, I'm going to use standard. Now, just to work this one out, again, it won't be the same values for everybody, but it's going to be the same process you're going to need to use to work it out. You're going to need a start and a mid value. They're going to be fairly similar to each other, whatever you work them out to be. And the end can be left at 0 because the recoil at the end of this weapon does cut out completely. Now, vertical time, I'm going to go 6,000. If you haven't seen my tutorial that I uploaded yesterday about progressive anti-recoil, I recommend watching that. It'll give you a much better idea of how this all works. Going to leave that at 6,000 and 0 for horizontal, and we'll test out how that goes here. Yeah, not too bad at all. I mean, I would be happy with that. When you're shooting at people, it's not going to make a difference. You're not going to, oh, the weapon went up and to the right and I missed him. No, no, no. That's not going to happen. That's down to your aim. Once there's somebody there and you're actually shooting at somebody, there's aim assist involved. It comes down to you and your aim. But the way the gun fires is going to be completely different to shooting at a wall. And I promise you, it's going to beam them. You're not going to notice it go up this little bit. You're not going to notice it. Oh, it pulled to the right off my target. It's just not going to do that. It won't happen. But if you are worried about it, what you can do is, because it did go up a little bit, what you could do is turn these values up a little bit more, just the start and the mid, and see how that goes. Goes down straight away and sits there. I mean, I'd be happy with that. That's fine. That's 1,000 times better than, you know, not having anything at all. So, you know. Yeah, and that wasn't even a full clip. So I think you get the point. Even though it's not a complete dot on the wall, it might move a little bit. It's 1,000 times better than that, and it really doesn't take that long to work it out. And that was on 80 FOV, so if you're on console, you can't say, oh, it's impossible, I can't work this out. It is possible. You just need to, you know, fiddle around with these values a bit. You're gonna, like I said, you're gonna need some vertical start, some vertical mid. The end can be on 0. The time can be on 6,000. You're not gonna have to worry about horizontal. And as you can see here, the vertical start and the mid are either going to be the same, all kind of similar. As you've seen when I started shooting there, it went down at the start and then sort of evened out. So you might have the vertical start a little bit lower than that vertical mid. Again, if this is not making sense, I recommend watching my video that I put out yesterday about progressive anti-recoil. It explains and shows you in simple terms what progressive anti-recoil is doing, and it will give you a much better idea of how to work out your own values. Now, just to show you how progressive works on 120 FOV or a higher FOV than 80, it still works the exact same way. You still work everything out the same. Now, I've got these values here. They're the same as the ones I just had in there for 80. Let's see how they work. They'll probably be too strong for it, but let's have a look. Yeah, straight away you can see it goes down, so you just have these values a bit smaller. Maybe something like that. Let's test it. Still too strong, so again, reduce these. Maybe something like that. And there you go, pretty simple. It did go up there, you know, towards the middle, so if you wanted to increase that a bit more, look, either way, you're not going to have issues hitting people with what we're working out here, okay? No issues at all. And there we go. So that's everything I wanted to go through for this video. I've given you a couple of different options for you to choose from, whether you want to go with Rumble/Legacy or you want to use the progressive anti-recoil. That's all going to be up to you. Either way, I've shown you it's possible to do it with both. It's possible to do it on console FOV and PC FOV. It all just comes down to you having to work out a couple of things and also choosing what anti-recoil you want to use. In my honest opinion, you're much better off going with Rumble, then you don't have to worry about working out those progressive values. But if the fact that, you know, you can get it to shoot straight and then it goes down for the last couple of bullets, if that annoys you, you're going to have to go with progressive. If not, just stick with Rumble. I'll also make sure to leave my aim assist stuff on the screen for you now, so if you do want to copy those, you can take a screenshot. There'll be ones there for the Taylor aim assist and one for sticky aim as well. Now, I did mention it earlier in the video, but I just want to remind you, in the clips that you're about to see, I was only using Rumble anti-recoil, no progressive, just Rumble. And as you'll see, the part where it shoots straight and then goes down, that never bothered me when it comes to shooting enemies. It's not an issue. But either way, that's enough from me. Enjoy the clips. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you next time. Everybody left. I'm chasing this guy.
I'm trying to learn keyboard and mouse. Give me a hand. I'm trying to learn keyboard and mouse. Help me.
Oh, another one flying in. I've got no plates. Plane landing the plane. Down him. Oh. Oh my god, I scared there.
Right below us.
I got contact. Enemy UAV overhead. I got one. Friendly loadout drop on the way. Hostile dropping. Watch the skies.
His friend's on the roof.
I see him.
No, that's nice, bro.
Area. Watch the skies.
Marking airstrike target.
Got your request. Cluster strike is active.
Shit!
What the fuck is going on? Fucking hell.